circulatory system. So children, what is a circulatory system? So what are the main parts present in circulatory system? The main parts present in circulatory system are heart and blood vessels. So the main parts in the circulatory system are heart and blood. Children, so what is heart? Do you ever seen the heart? Ever seen the picture of heart? So what does the heart do and what does the blood do? What is the function of the blood and what is the function of the heart in our circulatory system? So why the blood is present in our body? So what is the function of the blood? So children, so this circulatory system, the blood will carries the oxygen and food to every part of our body. So what does the function of the blood? So in nervous system, the blood will carry the food, that means the nutrients present in the digested food. So the food and oxygen will be carried to all the body parts of our body with the help of the blood. So that's why blood is called a carrier. It will carries the food and oxygen to every body part of the. How does the blood flows to every part of our body? How does it flows? So it flows to every part of our body because of the heart. So here heart acts like a pump. That means it acts like a motor at pump. Children, every house has a motor. In our houses, we will have a water motor. What does it do? So if we on the motor, it will pumps the water to the tank on our terrace. So in this way, the heart acts as a pump and it will pumps the blood to every part of the body part, even to the brain also. So here the heart will pumps the blood to every part of our body, and this blood will carries the food and oxygen to every part of our body. So if there is no food and oxygen to every body part, then it does not function. It will stops working. So every body part requires oxygen and food. Then only the body part will get energy. So if there is no energy, then the body part will stop functioning. So that's why every cell in our body requires food and oxygen. Then by using that food and oxygen, they will get energy. By using that energy, the body parts will start working. So if there is no blood in our body, then food and oxygen does not supply to every part of the body, and all the body parts will stop working because of they do not have food and oxygen. So that's why here blood is very important carrier. And what is the color of the blood? So here the blood is present in red color. It is a red color fluid and it carries the food and oxygen. So how does it take food? Where does it take food? It takes food from the intestines. So it will absorb, the blood will absorb the nutrients present in the digested food in our small intestine. And where does it take oxygen? The blood will take oxygen from our lungs. So it will take oxygen from our lungs and it will take food from our intestine and carries that food and oxygen to every body part. That means heart, lungs, and livers and brains, to every body part of our body. Then only our body parts will start functioning. So that's why circulatory system is one of the important system among all the systems. If there is no circulatory system, or if there is no heart and blood, then the man will be and all living beings will be dead. Because there will be no food and oxygen to every body part. Immediately, the living beings or living organisms will be dead. So if the heart and blood stops functioning. So children, so this is about our circulatory system. Now let us go to the next system, that is digestive system. So what is the next system? So the fifth one is children digestive system. Digestive system. So children, digestion means we will eat different types of food items during our breakfast, lunch and dinner. Especially we will eat different types of vegetables, and we will eat different types of fruits, and we will eat different types of oils and fats, and also we will eat flesh, and we will drink milk. So every day we will eat different types of food items during our breakfast, lunch and dinner. Examples: vegetables, fruits, oils, fats, milk, and also flesh, eggs. So all these food items are known as complex types of substances. That means all these substances. So all these food items are said to be in complex form. So all the food items we eat in our mouth are said to be in complex form. And our body does not absorb nutrients present in these food items if they are in complex form. So our body does not able to absorb nutrients directly from these complex form. So that's why these substances, these food items which are in complex form should be converted into or should be changed into simple form. Then only our body will able to absorb nutrients from the food items we have eaten. So children, do you understand? We will eat different types of food items. All those food items which we eat every day are in complex form. So complex form means, so our body does not absorb nutrients present in them directly because they are in complex form. Now, the complex form, the substances which are in complex form should be changed into simple form. Then only our body will absorb nutrients from the food items. So this change of food from complex form to simpler form is called digestion. So children, do you understand what is digestion? So digestion means the change of food items from complex form to simpler form. So the change of food items from complex form to simpler form is called digestion. So now, what are the various parts present in digestive system? So let us see what are the various parts. So that is the first part in digestive system is mouth, and the next one is food pipe, and the third one is stomach, and fourth one is small intestine. It is intestines. So there are two types of intestines in our body. So one is a small intestine, and another one is large intestine, and another part is anus. So children, these are the various parts present in our digestive system. So these are the various parts. So what are they? So mouth, food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. So these are the various parts in our digestive system. So first we will eat our food in our mouth. So we will eat our food in our mouth. So there in our mouth we will chew the food. We will chew the food in our mouth, and there the food will mixes with a liquid called saliva. So children, so what is saliva? So it is a liquid juice which is present in our mouth. So while we are chewing the food will mixes with a liquid juice which is called saliva. So saliva is a liquid juice which is secreted by salivary glands which are present in our mouth. So children, what are those glands? Salivary glands. Where will be these glands will be present? So children, where these glands will be present? So at the bottom of our tongue. At the bottom of our tongue there will be some glands, and they will secrete a liquid juice. So it does not have any color. It looks like water. They secrete that liquid, colorless liquid juice. That colorless liquid juice is called saliva. And while chewing the food, our food will mixes with saliva. And from the mouth, that means from there, the food will gradually comes into the stomach. That is the third part, stomach. So in the first part mouth, we will chew the food. Then the food will mixes with saliva. And from mouth, it will reaches the stomach through the food pipe. So children, so this is called food pipe. And there will be two pipes, that is wind pipe and food pipes. The eaten food, that is the food which is chewed in our mouth, will be reached to our stomach through the food pipe. And when it reached the stomach, when the food reached the stomach, then there it will mixes with some digestive juices. So in stomach, the food will mixes with some digestive juices, and they are also called some digestive enzymes. So what are those called? Digestive juices. So the food which reaches the stomach will mix it with digestive juices are also called enzymes. So these are also some liquids. So which helps the food for digestion. That means they help the food to convert into simpler form. So digestion means conversion of food into simpler form. So these digestive juices or enzymes helps the food to convert into simpler form, and this process will take nearly 4 hours. So the food will remains in our stomach nearly 4 hours. So after 4 hours, the food will be changed into simpler form with the help of digestive juices and enzymes. So when the food converts into simpler form, again the food will reach to small intestine. So children, so this is where there in the small intestine, so the small intestine will absorb the nutrients from simpler form of the food. So when the food is converted into simpler form, then the small intestines are able to absorb the nutrients present in the simpler form of the food. So if the food items are not converted into simpler form, or if they are remained in the complex form, then the small intestines does not able to absorb the nutrients. That's why our stomach converts the food item into simpler form, and from the stomach it will reach it to small intestine, and in small intestines, the small intestines will absorb the nutrients from the digested food, and those nutrients will be mixed with blood. So children, so that the absorbed nutrients by the small intestine will be mixed with the blood, and the blood will carry those nutrients to every body part. That's why then every body part will get energy. Next, so the remaining undigested food. That means the food items which are not converted into simpler form are called undigested food. So that undigested food will be reached to large intestine. So the food which is undigested will be sent to large intestine, and from large intestine the undigested food will come out from our body through the anus. So children, so this is about digestive system and the various parts present in digestive system and function of each part in the digestive system. So this is a digestive system. So now let's go to the next system, that is the sixth system,